Hello, Virgo. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for July. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of July. This message may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Also, keep in mind, Virgo, this is for any major placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Energies and characters can be swapped around. Although my intention is to be speaking directly to you, I could be speaking to a cross-watcher. So keep that in mind. Swap around the characters and energies, but do not cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you, and only please take with the message anything that resonates and kind of junk the rest. So I'm going to talk about what came through in meditation first. And so I kept hearing rediscovery, and so I feel peeling back the layers of a situation, and I feel there's this confusing energy in and around you, Virgo, and this anticipation of something really beautiful coming. So I do feel you need to be courageous because there's something leading you towards a brand new opportunity. But I also felt this underlying deep-seated fear coming through surrounding some insecurity issues. And so there is this need to kind of jump headfirst into the unknown, is what it felt like, this void energy, Virgo. I also felt this underlying healing taking place from some type of manipulator or some type of failed relationship with a manipulator that has led to a major disappointment. And there's still some sort of lesson there, I feel, needing to be learned. And so it was this underlying energy of this first love, like this reaching out to your first love or a teenage love. It's about understanding your current insecurities and how it's attached to that first love is what it felt like. And so I do feel some sort of rocky relationship with a manipulator is kind of opening up an opportunity to maybe go back to the beginning and fall in love with that first love again. And what I kept hearing was risk versus reward, and I do want to stress, you do not want to repeat the same patterns over and over and over and over again. And so healing from a manipulator or any past disappointments or failed relationships is really going to help you solidify learning this lesson in the month of July. So let's jump in with some cards, Virgo. I am going to be using the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck to start. We're going to get you a few messages out of here, and then we're going to keep going. And so, yeah, paradigm shift. There's going to be a shift when it comes to relationships, I feel. And so really pay attention to your dreams. You could have somebody coming through in dream space trying to convey messages to you in the astral realm, and there's important messages coming through in dreams, prophetic messages that are trying to get you to let go of some ineffective, outdated beliefs when it comes to relationship patterns. So let's see, Virgo, what needs to come through for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Messages for Virgo, please. What does Virgo need to be aware of in the month of July? Void. There's that void. I love when Spirit does that for me and they confirm with the cards what comes through in meditation. Signs and syncs, presence, nourishment. And I'll show you these cards. Let me get them all out. Heightened awareness. Yeah, there is some major life changes ahead. And so change is constant, right? So I do feel you're going through some type of expansion, and that might be due to Jupiter and Taurus. So you might want to pay attention to where Taurus falls in your natal chart, because that's the house that's probably directly related to some deep familial family trauma and wounds surrounding past life wounding. And this has caused a negative impact in this lifetime. And so how can you identify these negative relationship, repetitive patterns in order to allow deep-seated healing and releasing to take place? Because there's some changes on the horizon. You're at like a pivot point. And so whatever is taking place, this change is a gift for your soul's evolution. And so you're kind of like in the void. We kind of have to jump into the unknown, into the void. And then we got to allow things to shift below the surface. So I could be talking to a Virgo that's been in and out of the dark night of the soul energy and presence. So to be present, to be present is going to help you. So you're definitely in some type of relationship, situationship, and it is playing a vital role, this unhealthy dynamic, in order to actualize your greater purpose. So I do feel some type of realization, and it's like the universe has been communicating with you through signs and synchronicities. So pay attention, because there's a deeper meaning that these signs hold. And there is a need for some self-care, Virgo, to nourish your mind and your body and your soul, and to treat this awakening journey as sacred. And so only feed yourself that which is going to bring you joy, that which is going to nourish you in the most healthy way possible, because I do feel you're tapping into your intuitive senses. You're coming into this new heightened awareness, and you've been feeling all of these shifts happening below the surface. You're spot on, but there's still a need to address some traumatic wounding from past life, from past life timelines. And this is all part of your spiritual path. So when we go into identifying these repetitive patterns within our ancestral lineage, within our family wounding, our past life wounding, and we choose to heal and release that, then we're kind of being asked to turn that into our spiritual purpose, our greater purpose. And so how can you explore this healing journey and really embrace the dismissal of the lower ego and tap into that higher self? Because there's some type of integration taking place in July when it comes to soul alignment and your soul's purpose. So a lot is kind of happening at this time. So face these challenges head on. I do feel you're going to be tested. So what are your beliefs? What are your ethics? What are your morals? Because that's that Taurus energy coming through. I feel Taurus energy coming through. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, but I do feel you're getting to a place where it's time to evolve your esoteric knowledge, your esoteric studies, your spiritual path, your spiritual nature, your spiritual practice. So how can you choose an alternative path? Because I do feel there's a spiritual connection connected to a new pivot point within your spiritual vocation. And so there's a lot of healing light around you as you heal this deeply embedded trauma in your soul's DNA. And so I do feel you got to face those deepest, darkest fears, those deepest, darkest hurts, in order to really heal and break the chains of a very restricting, addictive relationship cycle. And so freedom is always a choice, right, Virgo? Let's keep going here with my second pick. Oh, look at that bottom of the deck, unexpected income. And maybe this is bringing in an unexpected divine masculine. There could be a masculine receiving unexpected income. 27, 28, we're progressing. We are progressing. I feel some big love here. He's got the Ace of Cups on him, right? Like the Ace of Hearts is the Ace of Cups. And so you might be receiving unexpected help, unexpected income. This masculine could be receiving unexpected income, maybe from the sale of a house or an inheritance of some sort, or an unexpected windfall. But I do feel if there's a masculine coming into some unexpected money, he's preparing to bring in an offer after a lot of confusion. Ooh, maybe even a ring. I'm not sure there, but let's see what needs to come through with this deck. So I combined my Kipper deck. Oh, that's where I was at with that. I combined my Kipper deck with the extended Lenormand deck. And so that's what I'm using for these messages. But let's see what needs to come through with this deck for you, Virgo. Wow, 19. So we got some karma here playing out, karmic debt. With a snake. Oh, he got some Kundalini energy coming through. Could be dealing with a Queen of Wands or have a strong fire in your chart. I do feel a mystic healing energy coming through. Ooh, and this is about facing your true north. There's going to be a tower. 16. there's some type of tower to reorient you towards your true north. And so I feel a Virgo here. This might be a Virgo north node that's been falling back into the south node patterns of, you know, being a martyr, being a victim. Pisces south node is addictions, illusions. It's the energy of self-sacrificing, being the martyr, being the victim. We're never a victim. We can all choose to take our power back. Six of Cups with the Six of Hearts on the card. And so this is about healing some childhood patterns, some unhealthy patterns. Maybe you've been swimming in a Piscean ocean of emotion, but I feel a redirection to get you back rooted in your true karmic north. You're definitely going through some type of death, rebirth, transformation here, the 13. And we get the Jack of Spades, which would be like the Knight of Swords. So unexpected memories washing over you is what I'm feeling, or washing over this mature man. But we could have a masculine here getting ready to make an unexpected choice in love with the Lovers. And maybe get ready for somebody to have a talk with you in the family room. This could be about a home situation. But what we got coming out here is we got the Castle with the dog. So 1918, we get the Six of Spades with the 10 of Hearts. And so there's this energy of needing to leave behind, like check your ego at the door is what I just heard. Check that ego at the door, because this is about loyal commitment here. Maybe this is a teenage love from around the age of 18 and 19. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got somebody here that wants to come in loyal, committed. They see big, big love here. The 10 of Hearts is basically your happily ever after. 18 breaking down to a 9 is a cycle rounding completion. But maybe there's something you need to leave behind. Check your ego at the door, because we also got the 7 card, or the snake, with the Queen of Wands. And so maybe a Queen of Wands was a block of some sort. But I feel this energy of like activating the Shakti energy, the life force energy, the Kundalini energy, the coiled snake energy at the base of the spine. So there might be some anger attached to a manipulative situation or a failed relationship. But I feel some mystic healing energy coming through, and there's likely going to be some type of letter or confession in order to close out a cycle. Something about September 19th, 18th. I do feel somebody is at a crossroads here. When it comes to their home, I'm being shown a ship and some clouds, and the tree of life with this snake. And so I do feel there's some challenges ahead. I feel some mice got in the mix here, or a rat got in the mix here, that really created a lot of blockages when it comes to a home situation. And maybe the clouds are about to dissipate. But we do have a mature man here needing to make a decision. The Lovers is usually a choice between two. And so maybe you've been dealing with somebody going back and forth between two. And it's time to sit down and have that heart-to-heart conversation in like the family room. This is about family, right? This is about ancestral patterns. This is about closing out all of those cycles. 21 represents the World card, right? And so let's see what needs to come through with the tarot. Let's see what needs to come through with the tarot. Oh dear, there's that 7 of Swords. So yeah, there's some type of shady behavior going on here, Virgo. Maybe with an Aquarius or something of the sort there. Maybe an Aquarius, South Node, North Node. But I feel the blocks are being removed. I do feel this hurts. I do feel there's been confusion. I feel maybe somebody's sneaking away. We've got the 2 of Swords up on the wall. He's got the 2 of Swords under his arm, and he's got the 3 of Swords on his back. So maybe trying to sneak away. Yeah, there's some type of backstabbing or betrayal going on here. So let's keep going here, Virgo. Ooh, the 7 of Coins just flipped out and landed right on the 7 of Swords. So 7 is the energy of truth seeking. It's also the energy of divine guidance, right? Heavenly help. 7 is the number from heaven. I also feel some sort of tower coming through, and something about Venus and Mars and Leo is bringing in some type of confession or exposure. Long overdue exposure. So Taurus energy coming through. I felt that. So really pay attention to where Taurus is at in your chart, because I do feel maybe you've been stuck on somebody for a long time. You've been waiting for growth, waiting for change. I think you've got a lot of loyalty here to give. And I feel with the Leo energy, this is the Strength card, right? The 8 card, what goes around comes around. But what I feel going on here, there's that 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There have been blocks when it comes to some truth. I think there has been confusion. I feel there's been a lack of action. What I want to say with the Leo energy coming through Virgo is we've got Mars and Venus both in Leo in a conjunction right now. And they're getting closer and closer and closer together. And right before they get to a conjunction, Venus is going to be going retrograde. So I feel like this, you don't want to go chasing after somebody. I feel deep-seated internal work. There's fear here. There's stress. There's anxiety. There's fear. Deep-seated fears. Deep-seated fears. Facing some insecurities coming through. 9 is the closing of a cycle. And I do feel this is about breaking the chains of, traditions. Maybe you're finalizing a divorce. I just feel a change in foundations, a change in commitments. Maybe you're closing out a cycle with a Taurus. But here you are, you're this Empress, and you are about to give birth to something new. And so I feel a Virgo here that has a lot of love to give. The Empress is true unconditional love. You're getting ready to birth something new. So I do feel a new creative spark, and this is going to allow you to create a lot of abundance in your life, but you might have to break traditions and step into an unorthodox way of relationships, right? The 7 of Coins is stuck, stagnant. With Saturn going retrograde in Pisces, I feel it's time to do the inner reflection and to face your fears and to find that inner strength, that inner fire to take action, because I do feel you've received some type of visions. Yeah, and this is a lesson in self-worth and self-value, right? The Queen of Coins doesn't really know her worth and her value. Ungrounded, unstable. Maybe you've been struggling financially. This could be a feminine that's codependent on another for financial security, Virgo. It could be somebody that represents, materialistic desires and healing from that outdated, ineffective belief. Temperance could be dealing with the Sag. But I feel something is alchemizing, and you're likely tapping into some intuitive gifts. So I do feel you've been in the darkness, trying to understand the mysteries and the whys of why you've been lacking self-worth and self-value. Why do you keep attracting all of these rocky relationships? Because we don't want to repeat that pattern, right? So yeah, letting go of the chaos, the conflict, and the fighting. I don't want to fight anymore. And I do feel a clean slate, but it's going to require you digging deep, Virgo, and focusing on yourself and doing the work. And maybe this is a lesson in independence is what I'm feeling. So let's clarify the 7 of Swords. I'd like to know what this manipulative behavior is all about, but I do feel a major heartbreak, a major disappointment. 7 of Swords, King of Cups, 2 of Coins reversed, 8 of Wands reversed. Well, there's that unavoidable change, unavoidable shakeup. Mars energy, Pluto energy, the Tower reversed. And so you've avoided this disappointment up until now is what I feel. And so there's some type of faulty foundation. It was never built on solid grounds. I really don't see any love in these cards. Although we clarified the 7 of Swords, we got a King of Cups with the 2 of Coins in reversed and an 8 of Wands in reversed. And so you've got somebody here that I feel struggles to open up emotionally. And maybe they've got love for you, but I don't feel it's healthy. We've got a King of Cups here that I feel might have been juggling a couple of options. Something about Taurus in Jupiter, or Jupiter and Taurus. That Jupiter energy coming through again. And we got Mercury. So there's blocked communication. There's challenging communication. There's not a lot of emotional depth to this King of Cups when it comes to communication. And I do feel there's going to be a realignment. It's time to take a risk. That's what this is telling me. It's time to take a risk and to jump into the void. I do feel you juggled making a decision for a long time, but I do feel you blocking communication because this isn't solid. This is a false sense of security, and I don't feel any sense of unity. And so you could be going into some type of separation. Aries, you could have strong Aries in your chart. The feminine energy coming through, Venus and Aries. Maybe you have a Venus and Aries, Virgo. But I feel it's time to close the door on the past of a rocky relationship, to be with somebody that will love and respect you. And so I do feel the second you close the door on the past, you've got a golden opportunity here. We get the Palace of Wands, which is new creative drive. We get the Ace of Pentacles, which is a golden new opportunity, something you can take to the bank, something that will grow to build a legacy, a brand new opportunity. But this is just potential, Virgo. You might have to make a decision. Somebody here has a big decision to make, Gemini, when it comes to lovers. The lovers came out twice. So somebody has a choice to make between two here, Virgo. A deep spiritual connection is coming through. And there's a need to heal from any past disappointments with the Four of Cups in reversed. And so I feel this energy of meditation. Maybe you've gone within and you've meditated on this for a long time. Maybe you regret staying in a toxic situation that really didn't bring a lot of joy, didn't bring a sense of security, and now you're rethinking about going back to something that was missed or overlooked from the past. Cancer energy, Moon in Cancer maybe. But I feel it's time to get rigorously honest with yourself. Maybe you're going back to somebody from childhood. But it's time to release the stagnancy, the oppression, the depression, the soul suppression, because I do feel an opportunity to build a new family legacy here, but it might require open communication to not repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. So let's just look at this Tower reversed really quick, because this is unavoidable change. Yeah, Queen of Swords reversed, Palace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So yeah, there's the struggle I feel between the head and the heart, the head and the heart. So where do you need to get honest with yourself? You need to get honest with yourself. It's like, you know the truth. You've been shown the truth. And now you got to feel the truth, to heal the truth, to come out of a place of self-denial, self-lack. That's kind of what I see here, Virgo. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through again. But the divine's bringing in the truth. You might have recently gone through some type of Kundalini activation. But yeah, it's time to make a plan. It's time to make a plan. That's what Virgo does. Virgo plans. And so it's time to make a plan. It's time to face your shadow self, to integrate your shadow self, to go through this period of soul alignment. And it's time to accept any disappointments gracefully. Let go of what is no longer serving you, because you're going through a major reevaluation of all of your priorities in the month of July. So let go. Let go. Speak up. And make the necessary changes and sacrifices in order to accept what is dying. And that's kind of what I've got for you, Virgo. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.